Hey, I'm Nick Oresco, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. If you've thought about turning on your heat, I don't think you're alone. Let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. I haven't turned on my heat, but it's getting chilly inside the house.
You know, a related topic, I was driving around today and I was smelling the smoke from fireplaces or wood stoves.
That winter smell.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the mood for a big pot of clam chowder.
You always are.
That's a really good point. My friends at Oliver Smith Restaurant at Smith Voke High School in Northampton, they have a student restaurant, the culinary arts students, and their soup this week is sausage, white bean, and kale, which also would work very nicely on a raw day like today.
It would.
Anyhow,
might have to stop by.
We might have to. Buffet tomorrow, 10:45 to 12:15, I think is
Put it on your calendar.
Yes, please. Let's take a look at traffic. And you know, for the most part, despite the weather, traffic is moving along fine. 91 north and south is good. The Pike on either side of the river also fine. There's a backup, as there usually is, 291 at the 91 merge. All right. Today has been kind of a crummy day weather-wise, but you know, we still need this rain, and it's happening on a Thursday and not on a Saturday. Not to say that we might not see that we won't see any rain on Saturday, because we could. But regardless, this rain is certainly helping to recharge our hydrologic systems, which is good news, and coming at a rate that's decent. Anyway, cool. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s right now. 46 Springfield, 46 in Orange. That's nearly 30 degrees below our average high temperatures for this time of May. Breeze out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour Springfield, 15 miles per hour North Adams, and we've got some rain that's backing back in to the Pioneer Valley. So steady rain continues, we expect this evening. The news gradually gets better over the weekend. We'll show you with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
Two staff members of Israel's embassy in Washington, D.C. were shot to death last night outside the Capitol Jewish Museum. We have new video of the arrest of the suspect right after that shooting that police say was an act of anti-Semitism. The victims were two Israeli embassy employees. Authorities are calling this a targeted attack, shaking Washington and sparking global reactions. Israel's ambassador to the U.S. says he has spoken with President Trump about the attack last night. We will update this story as we learn more. The U.S. House has passed President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill early this morning by one vote. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson announced the final total. The legislation would extend the president's expiring 2017 tax cuts, containing increases in spending for the U.S. military and for the president's mass deportation plans. It fulfills two of the Trump campaign's promises, eliminating taxes on tips and overtime work. The bill cuts hundreds of billions of dollars to Medicaid and supplemental nutrition assistance programs. The bill is expected to increase the national debt by $2.3 trillion and rescind health care coverage for 8.6 million people. The bill now moves to debate in the U.S. Senate. Massachusetts State Police arrested a man from Connecticut for speeding on I-91. Hadley police originally tried to stop 31-year-old Jeremy Jerome of Hamden, Connecticut, after clocking him going 85 miles per hour on a road where the speed limit is 35. Police say Jerome was eventually stopped on I-91 after going over the Calvin Coolidge Bridge at an estimated speed of over 90 miles an hour. He now faces multiple charges, including reckless operation of a motor vehicle and failure to stop for police. Well, today begins the start of the busiest Memorial Day weekend travel period. According to TSA, they're expecting to screen about 18 million people across the country this weekend. They're reminding passengers to pack smart, making sure you have your carry-ons and comply with all guidelines. They're also reminding passengers to have their real ID or other acceptable forms and leave extra time to get through security. As for road travel, AAA says a record number of travelers will hit the roads. They say the earlier you leave, the better. That's when roads will be less busy. Well, speaking of roads, it's going to be a wet evening commute out there.
Yeah, a lot of road spray. And you and I were talking, Nick, earlier that we've got a little batch of heavier rain that's moving in from Worcester County. What's interesting about this is that with the air this cool, what the radar could be seeing here is some ice pellets or kind of clumps of snowflakes and graupel, a few thousand feet in the atmosphere, because there certainly is cold enough for that to happen. And when that happens, the radar returns are brighter than regular rain returns. We call it actually bright banding. Either way, rain moving in, and as we move into the evening hours, a round of steady rain, especially along and east of the Connecticut River. This is 7 o'clock tonight. You can see steady rain up and down the valley, steady rain at midnight, and this rain gradually tapers off after midnight tonight. Tomorrow, drizzle and showers in the morning, 10 o'clock, a few scattered showers, patchy drizzle, misty, and then in the afternoon, more in the way of patchy drizzle and cloudy skies. A little bit warmer, high temperatures mid to upper 50s. We'll track weather for the upcoming weekend on 22 News at 5.
Well, Nike says it's raising its prices. The company says the industry faces tariff pressures. Apparel and equipment for adults is expected to jump from between $2 and $10. Sneakers priced over $100 will go up from $5 to $10. Kids products and items under $100 won't be affected, and the popular Air Force One shoe will stay at $115. Nike's wholesale partners have been notified, but it's unclear when consumers will see those price changes in stores. The Springfield Thunderbirds season may be over, but plans for next season are already underway. The team announced 6 guaranteed home games at the Mass Mutual Center for next season. The franchise will kick off its 10th anniversary celebration on Saturday, October 11th for opening night, along with multiple other dates, including November 7th, December 6th, and January 10th. The team says more events for this historic season will be announced later this summer. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, residents in Hadley are without a home following sewage overflow. We'll have the latest after dozens of people have been displaced. And in the wake of the recent search for the missing canoeist on the Connecticut River in Holyoke, the Sheriff's Department is launching a new life jacket program. We'll detail where you can get yours. Plus, the Emerging Adult Court of Hope program held a graduation today. We'll have a recap of today's ceremony. Ryan?
Traffic is looking okay as we head into the evening commute. Rain is obviously going to limit your visibility, but things seem to be moving along fine. There's a little backup, as there usually is at this time of day. I-91 and 291, where those two highways merge onto I-91 southbound. Rain through the evening hours, but gradually drier, gradually brighter this weekend. We'll show you on 22 News starting at 5.
Updates anytime at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and you can watch our newscasts live and for free on 22 News Plus. We'll see you tonight starting at 5.